Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
I understand. I know. I went early. I jumped out of the gates early, but it's frustrating.
Like many men, you've gone early.
I've gone early. It's just frustrating. Anyway, we'll get to it in a second. First off, welcome to episode 39 of the Two Dads podcast.
We're at episode 39. We're feeling fine.
We are feeling fine, 39. Thank you very much.
So welcome, Melbourne. Hopefully,
yes. And the rest.
Hopefully, you are not wet.
No, apparently,
warm.
I heard it was raining a lot here today.
It was raining a lot here today,
which
we will reveal why Uncle Phil is saying apparently.
Yeah, we will. That's right.
Apparently, since he's a dad. Apparently.
But yes, how you doing, my man?
I am full of jam. The jam. Can you see the jam coming out of my?
It's oozing through.
It's oozing.
Wow!
It's been a good Friday.
Fantastic.
As you know, Friday is the dad's day.
It is.
But we have to digress. Let's introduce for those that may have accidentally hit the button.
Yeah, this is the first time you're stumbling across or have been led to this particular podcast, welcome to the Two Dads podcast. There's two of us, but it's not the TWO Dads podcast. It's the TWO.
Not just because there's one and two.
No, it's too much like
because
dads.
We're very much so.
Extremely too
with
much
the
like
emphasis
dads.
On extremely like dads.
And I guess the whole premise
so much
of
like dads.
The whole premise of our
dads.
podcast is we like to pick a topic which I know nothing about, and Sadiq will reveal that in the next 10 minutes or so. And we like to send a love letter of common sense from an ethical standpoint. Sense. That's what we like to do. So if you're new to the podcast, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for hitting like and subscribe and helping the channel move along. If you're returning,
please share.
And if you're returning for yet another episode and you're OG and you're up to episode 39, as I know some of you are, welcome back, guys. Good to have you as always. And you're here with the Two Dads and the two pillars of any father, I believe, is the puns and the dad jokes. And this week, I've actually contributed. I've contributed to the
This podcast. Is an amazing week, episode 39.
It's almost
Uncle
like
Phil has made a massive leap forward in the contribution stakes.
Other than just appearing and loading up on YouTube the actual episode, I'm starting
not losing a lung.
Well, this is all. Yeah, that's right. I'm good now. But the thing is when you actually go out and about, you get to see things. And this past week,
that's right,
I've been out and about. So,
and it's amazing once your mind is open to the fruit that the world is throwing at you.
It's amazing. It's great.
It is amazing.
It's great.
It's
so what do you have to share? Let's get into the puns. We always start off with the puns, so let's get into it. Only because I'm excited that I contributed to the puns this week.
I know, but I think I'm going to
I'm going
to have to change things around a bit.
Oh, okay. See, this is how much I don't know. We're doing a production meeting right now.
Change things around a bit. Firstly,
go for it.
We all just need to side profile, and we'll give a nod to one of the sponsors of our show.
Absolutely.
Real Tech.
Yes, this is
Real Tech.
The official headset of the Two Dads podcast.
Of the Two Dads podcast is Real Tech.
Now these we love Real Tech. No, these weren't gifted. These were purchased off our own hard-earned dollars. Yeah. But
we're running some kind of reverse sponsorship deal where we actually throw money at the sponsor
as opposed to the other way around. Hey,
I've got a new one this week.
Paying it forward. Oh, Focus. Where do you find these things?
That is a nod for DJ, for Khalid, for one of his.
Is this one of his? Is it?
Mutations of the English language that he spouts is the word focusly.
Focusly.
Yes. Is very prominent in one of his songs. So not only another one. Focusly.
It's Focusly as well. Interesting.
So,
All right, slowly.
Cheers to DJ for Khaled
Yeah.
butchering the English language.
Cheers to kombucha.
Cheers.
Yeah,
I'll give you the blurb after. So, as I said,
yeah. Let's see if I can open this thing. Maybe.
Ooh, that's very lemony.
There you go.
Very lemony.
You got the stank eye on. That'll make you focus.
It's lemony.
Is that the idea? Forces you to focus with one eye.
I'm focused.
You look on the rock.
So,
one eye. Focus pirate.
So, like
okay,
I
here
said,
we go.
We're going to change things up a bit because there'll be a lot of the jokes, a lot of the commentary that is for episode 39 of the Two Dads podcast. Is What's About Mildura?
What's about Mildura? So I'm okay.
Again, I changed things up at the last minute because Uncle Phil has been out and about.
I've been out and about this week.
You've been to Mildura.
I've been to Mildura, which is in the north, that's north, not as north as Singapore, but it's pretty
like
north.
The Hawaii of Melbourne.
It is. There's a lot of palm trees up there, which I was really surprised to see.
The Hawaii of Melbourne.
It is.
Exploring your heritage.
A lot of Italians.
From the Italians. There's a lot of Italians.
I actually went to one place, an orange farm, rightfully named Orange World, where I went on a tour of the orange farm. No pun intended, but have a guess the name of it's a husband and wife team. The name of the owner of Orange World, Italian born,
Italian.
Actually,
Angelo.
Close, Belgian born, but from Italian parents. Not Angelo. You're very close. Have another go. Have another crack. Do one more crack.
Is it close to Angelo?
No, it's close to Angelo. Some would say his brother's name's Luigi.
Mario.
It's all right.
Oh, you couldn't get more of a story.
Mario and Maria.
It's a good orange.
So Mildura, fantastic. Big drive. Well, not as big as for us. It's a big drive.
So you drove.
We drove. Yes.
Oh,
we drove.
Yes, it is. It is a drive into nothingness at some point. Once you get
very flat
past Bendigo.
Yep, pretty much.
It's just literally.
Well, what's amazing
nothing
is it's very flat. It's a lot of land.
Yeah.
And Mildura in itself, around the area of Mildura, the land is just flat. Lots.
And the temperature goes up.
Oh, it was beautiful weather. It was still fresh, but blue skies and sun the days we were there. A lot of vineyards, a lot of grapevines up there, a lot. That's one thing I noticed.
It's the climate.
Yeah.
It's the climate.
But driving out that way, what's interesting about the drive up to Mildura, depending which route you take, it's called the Silo Art Trail.
Yes.
And what they've done, as you probably
I've got many photos.
Yeah, so they've on the side of whether it be wheat or grain silos for certain particular towns, they've got these massive art murals that have been commissioned for artists to draw something on it, and it has an Australiana type feel to it. Absolutely amazing to look at that stuff. We saw it in two towns. One was in Sea Lake, and the other one was Nullawil that we stopped at, given the route that we took up to Mildura. On the way back, we're going to go the rest of the route, but we just decided with the kids just to get straight home, so we'll have to do that another day. But in another town called Wedderburn, they had some bird art murals on a small uniting church, which was just phenomenal stuff to drive through these towns and see these sort of things. But the Smurfs,
and it is an official thing, so
this is not.
You can have a look this up. Obviously, if you do intend to go out and about.
If you go out and about, and if you can literally do the loop. So you go from here to Ararat, and then from Ararat you can go up to Rappanup, and then you've got Sheep's Hill, Brim, Rosebery, and Lascelles. And then once you get up to Lascelles, you loop back down, and that's when you do the Sea Lakes and Nullawil. And I think there's another one out further west if you want to look on the map. But as far as wheat. Yeah, as far as Mildura goes, I mean the Murray, it wasn't so mighty, unfortunately, only because they were doing some works up river or downstream or something, and they had to sort of lower the water levels, which they can control given the locks in the Murray. So it wasn't as full as it normally is, and there was no paddle steamers, unfortunately. So the kids
I did tell you
they got to see the light.
To go to Rice to meet you.
That unfortunately,
which subsequently is gone. The OGs on the podcast will remember one of our first for the puns was.
But it's
Rice to meet you.
It's permanently closed, unfortunately. It's permanently closed. It doesn't exist anymore.
So it's not there, or it just has a sign outside? We are.
No. I think it's renamed. I think it's shut
permanently
down.
Closed.
They named. I think it's renamed, because when I went there, I went on the map. I followed the map. It was there, but it was another name. It wasn't Nice to meet you. It was another name. But that's where I came across another one, which we'll say for later on, because I did share that with you.
In the puns? No. We can do the puns. It's one of the. It's one of the pillars. I just wanted to switch things up a bit because episode 39 is what's about Mildura. So there'll be a lot of references. If you're listening to the podcast from interstate, or heaven forbid, outside of the country, I apologize. There's a lot of references that won't be that you won't be able to. Look
it up on the web.
Just have to look it up. Mildura in Victoria, in Australia, Melbourne.
Yeah, it's the town. It's literally on the Murray River. We crossed the border to go to Orange World, so the kids got a big kick out of that. When I told them we entered New South Wales, they
should have told you to go back to that place that sells all the fresh produce. That's some nice stuff in there.
Oh, they've got some amazing places in the city. The way the town is all laid out.
Look, so we can explain it. Like I said, it's the Hawaii of our state. So like what Hawaii is for the rest of America.
Yeah, it's great.
It's where the weather is, where the palm trees, it's
very clean.
It's a haven for fruit and veg,
like the oranges and the mandarins that we had. And, it's very nice. A lot of options.
Speaking of veg.
Eating,
this kind of stuff has to stop.
I just don't understand it.
If you're vegan, why do you need sauce for a burger?
I don't understand.
You can't just make everything vegan. It doesn't work. The idea of vegan is that you don't like meat. You don't identify with meat. You don't like the process. You don't like why.
Is that because you'd have it on a veggie burger? That's the only reason why I would put a vegan.
Well, that would be the only reason, but it still doesn't make sense.
It's almost like they want the burger, but they feel like they're going to be judged. Just eat the burger.
Just have the burger.
We're not going to judge you.
Feel free to go down to our other sponsor of the show, the Third Wave.
Oh yeah,
and enjoy the voucher. You're welcome to write in on our socials. Enjoy the voucher. You tell them the two dads sent you.
Yep.
And they will enjoy your meat done right.
I just don't understand it.
But you don't need sauce for something that you don't want anyway. So
if you're
I didn't get it.
I saw that and I thought I had to share it. I knew you'd understand.
Yeah.
And I knew you'd feel the same pain that I felt when I saw it. I knew you'd get it.
It's the crusade that never ends. So, you like haircuts, Philip?
Well, I've got a pretty short back and sides.
You like haircuts and you go to Mildura. Where else would you go but cutting it?
Cutting it. Simple as that.
Right. It's right next to Walnut Avenue.
Store. We were staying I think it was 300-400, not even, about 800 meters away from this place. So I saw that and I thought, yep, I'm going to just send you a quick little WhatsApp. My contribution to the podcast.
It just goes to show how the universe just
It
just throws it at you.
I literally
Just
parked
throws it at you.
right in front of it. I looked up and I thought, oh my God, I got to take a photo of this.
And you were laughing like a fat
I
spider.
was. Okay,
That's
look,
the way.
it's a pun. Yeah, all the way here in Mildura.
So sadly, as we heard, Rice to meet you is for no longer.
Yes, for no
But
longer.
you found yourself a good substitute.
I did. Look at that.
Terrific.
It's terrific.
Yes. You see?
You can't write this stuff. Oh, the tech worked out.
All the
Nearly got hit by a car
jinx
taking
it.
this too.
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it.
Nearly got hit by a car. Taking this photo in the middle of the road, trying to get the tech right.
See, now you know my life. I've almost been arrested in accidents.
Hey,
it's dangerous.
Being pun chasers is a dangerous life. Always chasing.
Sorry,
the
officer.
pun.
It was the pun. It was the pun. It was the pun. I think there's a big well of puns amongst all the Thai restaurants because it just makes it makes for such a wordplay.
It does. It's terrific. I saw that, and I said
so many synonyms.
That's right. But the Athena real estate, I said, I got to go take a photo of that. She goes, why? She goes, I need it for the podcast.
What do you mean, why?
I just got the eye roll. So, but I was not missing out on that.
That was a great one. It was a good one.
Thanks, mate.
So, you've done well, my friend.
There you
I
go.
salute.
I've contributed so far.
Salute.
Everything you've flashed up is my contribution to episode 39.
Except this one.
What
it goes out to another one of the OGs. Goes out for Justin. This is. I can't hype this up anymore.
It's Justin provided this.
If you have a business of waste reclamation, there is no higher punny. If there was an award, I would give these people an award. You're just not ready for it.
Come on. Give us.
Okay, if you're into waste reclamation, where else would you go but the turd burglar?
Has even got a guy dressed up as a burglar? Oh my God.
I'll just let you catch your
I got no words. I've got no words.
If there's a gold standard, these
Look
people
at that.
have made
Imagine
it. They've taken something that no one wants to even speak about and made it so Australian. It's so Australian.
Oh, it doesn't get more Aussie than that.
It doesn't get better than that, man.
You turd burglar.
So feel free, if you need some waste removed from your Portaloo, go for 0418 363 030 and salute.
Look at that.
We salute you.
We do salute you, turd burglar.
We salute you. So thank you for Justin.
Thank you, Justin. That is
he contributed that, and he also nearly had an accident. But
that's platinum. That is platinum stuff right there.
There's a level, and they've gone all the way above.
Jesus, set that bar high, Justin. That's great.
Salute. Salute.
Salute. Oh my God.
We haven't had one that good for quite some time.
No, that's not been a ripper. That's so good. Ripper.
That's an absolute ripper.
That is a ripper.
The puns.
Oh, it's all
people have just knocked things out of the park. So we've roped the Athena real estate in. We have roped her into the fold. So now I'll rope in the love of my life as well. So what is the favorite singer of Sharks? What is the favorite singer of Sharks?
Of Sharks? Favorite singer of Sharks? Oh.
Shakira.
Shakira. That's so bad.
What is the favorite singer of Sharks? That is terrible. I've gone now. Now we went up to the platinum shelf for the puns. We've gone
straight to the
down
bottom of
to
the barrel.
the equal in the bottom of the barrel or in the bottle of the Portaloo for the
for the turd burglar can't reach.
For episode 39. What's about Mildura?
What's about Mildura?
My Shakira. The favorite singer of Sharks, Shakira.
Shakira. I like it. Bad, but I like it. So yes, Mildura. What's about Mildura? What can I say? I feel like I have to carry this one, considering I just got back from Mildura.
Well, you do since you just got back, but I've been there a few times because we used to have work up there, and it was a horrible 8-hour drive.
You have to. Would you do that in a day?
Full of stuff.
Would you do that in a day?
Yeah.
You drive up there and then turn around and come back.
We did go up once and then stay, and we stayed overnight, and then we came back the next day. But it's a long drive. It
is. It's a decent drive too. Albeit 110. Not that you sit on 110.
There may be some footage, sir, of.
Oh, look, I did 60 through the towns.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But on that road, that very flat in between the farms, there is nothing.
Even I opened up LDV and she just
How did the LDV go?
Oh, man, it was great. It was great.
Love it.
It was great. It was spacious. You sit high. We're just cruising along. It was beautiful.
The cruise control on.
Oh, it was fantastic. But as far as Mildura is the town, people think Mildura, it's regional Victoria. What's out there?
It's a big town.
It's a big town. It's got. We're not talking like some little one petrol station, one pub sort of towns.
No,
they had cafes, restaurants. Yeah. All sorts of things to see and do for the kids.
We had the contract for the university up there, so
yeah, there you go. So we took the kids to a few places, some really nice playgrounds. They had a great time on the playgrounds. Weather's beautiful, and
this is beautiful.
And it's, I guess, as far as a regional town is concerned, I mean, it does have a lot. I felt like I had a lot to offer. We were only there really for 2 full days because 2 days was driving up and back.
Hang on, was there a reason? Was there an alternate reason why you went there, or you actually chose?
I chose.
That's where you were going to go for a drive.
Yeah, no. I was sitting one evening, just sitting down with the Athena Real Estate, and we thought, let's take a week off when obviously the Smurfs don't have school. And we can take a week off, second week of the school holidays, and we can do some stuff. And I thought, well, instead of just doing day trips from home, let's go away. Let's get out of here.
It's a wonderful choice, my friend.
Through being locked down in COVID and all that, go, well, let the kids go and see something other than just these 4 walls they spent so much time in.
Yeah.
And the Athena said, well, where should we go? And I said, let's go to Mildura. It's a long drive.
And that's great because it's not. Yeah, it's not a popular.
No, it's just something different.
School holiday.
Yeah. Yeah. I just thought to go up there and then the question's like, well, what's there to do? So you just jump online and we found some things to do.
Anyway.
And I guess our main focus was what would the kids like to do? I mean, for me, it was just spending time with the kids. It didn't really bother me what we did, but just to show them something different, because no matter what you show them, they're just going to be like wide-eyed and going, wow, look at all this stuff. And they were. They loved it.
Longbow here. Longbow. I'll make a longbow.
Draw it.
I'm going to draw it.
Yeah.
I love the idea of going places which is not on the radar for most people.
Agreed.
Just the same as why we chose Singapore was because everyone just thinks it's a stopover.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Most people have never looked past the fact that it was a stopover and that's it. But it was actually a fantastic place to actually go, and we enjoyed it so much. Same as for Mildura, because most people don't rate it as a place.
What do people normally go on holiday? People go, oh, we'll go Gold Coast.
Yeah.
Or we'll go maybe Sydney.
So
or something
we'll
like
make
that.
another analogy. So if you're not from Australia, the Gold Coast is in one of the northern states.
Yep.
It is like for Las Vegas.
Yeah. Glitz, glamour.
Like yeah. It's like they
Hot
often
weather.
call it. They have names for it as well. But yeah, it's like for Las Vegas of Australia.
That's the closest you can probably.
And so many people go.
Yeah, and it's just busy. Whereas for me, it was just going
overdone
somewhere.
for tourism as far as I'm concerned.
Well, we wanted to drive. That was the one thing. We just wanted to drive. We weren't sure how the little Smurfs were going to go on a plane, but we also wanted to drive because we thought we don't have to go too far. And personally, I wanted to give the LDV a good run as well because I've never tested it before. So, and we wanted to. I guess we also wanted to say, well, can the kids handle a decent drive? Because if they can handle 6 hours, well, that means that going on other holidays around Victoria, because going to Mildura opened up my eyes about holidaying in general. And I'll get to that to the point because I think that's if anything from this episode, there is still a love letter that we can write about holidaying locally, and I'll make that as my final point.
So we're making the love letter of common sense to holiday making in Australia.
Well, and that's what I'll get to. So I'll save that
as
for
an Australian.
End.
A holiday making.
Yeah, I'll save that one. Yeah, I'll save it for them because you're right. That's what there's always a point you can make. But driving there and then as I was driving back, I was thinking, well, there's so many places that I want to go see now. There's so many places in Victoria to go visit where there'll be things to do, and you don't need to stay there for weeks. You do a 3-day stay. It's like a quick holiday, quick getaway. And Mildura, nailed it. The food was fantastic. You go there and the people are really nice. Can't do enough for you. Kids loved it. We went to this place where it was called Woodsy's Gem Shop, and they make handcrafted gemstone necklaces and all sorts of things, and we could watch them make it. There was a playground there. There was a maze. Walking through this man-made maze for like 40 minutes, and the kids thought it was, bee's knees because they'd never seen anything like this before, and all the gems and all that stuff. I mean, my 4-year-old son saw that and was just like, oh, there's another world out there other than my house. And he just couldn't believe it.
And for kids, it's amazing to see farms and to see where the fruit that you eat, where it comes from.
Yeah, they thought it was amazing. Particularly the orange
the pedal
world.
Steamers.
Well, this orange world, there's a tractor that pulls like carriages around the farm, and they thought, that was fantastic. They got to see, and all it is just an orange farm. I mean, as an adult, you think, well, no big deal, but for kids and for families, and as a parent, you look at your kids having such a good time, and you think, well, this is the whole point of holidays. They get excitement out of it, and we get the enjoyment of showing them things because.
And it's not this is all a virtual, over polished tourist, sanitization. It's
and it's affordable. It's something it's not like it's ridiculous. You're not paying. They're still paying. Obviously, there's people who've got to survive. They're not doing it for free. It's not a charity, but it's not where it's going to break the bank in any way. And unless you're getting a good, couple of hours out as a family.
And did you go past the farm that's got all the old cars in it?
Yes.
I'm sure you would have gone past it. It's a huge farm just with all these old cars.
Yeah, amazing. We saw, and then I think it's almost like a museum of some sort as well. That was the whole point. And it was just this guy who owns a farm just collecting cars, and he's created a business out of it just over the years, right? But I guess
I'm a huge advocate. Also, as a dad, dads, there's nothing better than having the kids in the car and you go for a drive.
So fun.
And you stop when you want. You go and see. There's that huge steam engine as well.
Yeah, that was in Redcliffs, I think it was. In Redcliffs. So Redcliffs.
There's just all these random things that you see, and just to stop at these small towns, going to little shops, and it's just so interesting. And you drive past a cemetery, and he goes, "Hey, kids. All those people are dying so they can get in."
There's always room for a dad joke. But
there's always room for dad jokes.
But that's a good point that you raised here, and that's probably the love letter I want to write about. Choosing to go up to Mildura It could have gone to Gold Coast. It could have gone overseas.
Yeah.
But people are so quick to jump on a plane
Yeah.
and go to Europe. Whereas I'm
You're
thinking,
missing so
you know
much.
how much there is in Australia to see. You know how big our land, and when you drive it, you get a real appreciation just how big this country is. There's so much to see here that my love letter is before you jump on a plane to see someone else's backyard, mate, have a look at your own backyard, because it's an amazing country we live in, and so much stuff.
I mean, like 6 months ago, we drove to Adelaide. We went, we went 7 Up in the Rexton.
Yeah, wow.
We drove to Adelaide. That was
through Ararat, Horsham, that way.
Yeah,
that way, right?
That was great. I mean, yes, we could have flown.
Yeah, but you don't get to
easily.
See stuff.
You could have flown, but the amount of stuff that we got to see, and it's an adventure. Like there's so many stories that we would never.
But it's
have enough
driving
time.
to Adelaide isn't. Is a good, like driving to Mildura. It's not too far. I mean,
that Salt Lake, you know.
Yeah.
With all the. Yeah, it's
just there's things to see.
It's great,
and it's like you said, it's a real adventure. And yes, sometimes it makes sense to get on a plane and go up to Northern Territory, because you, in the interest of saving time. But if you've got that time, imagine driving up there and seeing all these things. Oh, it'd be phenomenal.
Yeah,
it really
I still want to do the drive from Melbourne to Perth.
You want to do that, do you? Yeah, you would do.
I want to do that.
I can't believe
we drove to Queensland once.
You did it in a whole day, right? Is that right?
16 hours.
You nut job. That's insane.
In one sitting.
How you did that is just phenomenal. But people...
we left it at 5:30 a.m. Rolled in to the reception at 1:30 a.m.
Wow, that's insane.
So, and adventure, my friend, adventure. It was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
it was fantastic.
It is, and that's
so enjoyable.
I mean, driving holidays are good holidays. I mean, they can be tiring because of the distance you need to travel, but it's what you get to see between A and B as well.
Yeah,
like when we come across those silos,
it's not the destination. When you fly somewhere, you're just going from A to B.
You're getting there. You're just getting there, and then
there's a whole lot that you miss.
Yeah, when we stumbled across,
you can do it in your own country.
Those silos.
Yep.
The big Smurf, her eyes lit up as if to say, I can't believe something like that exists.
Yeah.
She was just amazed.
You've never seen anything like that.
No,
and to stand in front of it and to look up and just, it's massive.
Big mural. So, that's absolutely my love letter. From whatever country you live in, please make the effort to see your own backyard first, 100%.
Yeah.
Because
especially as a dad.
Yeah.
It's memories that your kids will have for the like. We both, I can speak for you as well.
Yeah.
We both have the memories of road trips.
Yeah, it was the best. It was the best. Funny you should say
amazing.
that. I spoke to my dad tonight, and he said to me, he goes, it made me realise that I remember when you kids used to come, we took you on these holidays, and now you're doing it with your kids. Yeah. And you could just see that my dad was like, oh my God, he was almost like proud, or this sense of, I don't know.
It's a rite
nostalgia
of passage. Yeah, man. It's a rite of passage. It's two dads.
It's two dads. It's what it is. And
two dads.
It was the best. Didn't it in the glitz and glamour. It wasn't the Versace Palace up at Queensland, but I tell you what, we're already talking about doing the next one. We're already talking about the next one because we want to do another one.
And you got to do it. You got to.
Well, they're going to only be young for so long.
Much. Opens their mind so much. It builds the memories, and it's just I cannot speak more highly of it. Yeah. It's fantastic.
There you go, people. So that's our
Have you heard about for Murphy's Law?
I have heard about
Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But have you heard about the Coles Law?
The Coles Law.
The Coles Law. Have you heard about the
Coles Law? What's that?
It's just sliced up cabbage. I told you the shelf where these ones came from is in the outhouse in the bottom where the turd burglar is working.
Oh, I'm rating that. That's good. That's so.
I'll repeat it again amongst all the laughter.
So
Have you
bad
heard
that it's
of
good.
Murphy's Law? Answer is yes.
Yes.
Anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
That's right. And then?
But have you heard of the Coles law? It's just sliced cabbage.
Simple yet so effective. Great. What else you got?
I know a bunch of dad jokes about umbrellas.
I do.
Yeah, I know a bunch of dad jokes about umbrellas.
Yeah, okay.
Only problem, it usually if it goes over people's heads.
That's a bad one. That's an eye roller. That's an dad.
Dad.
Dad. That's the one where they take the microphone. That's the one. That joke is when they take the microphone off you. That's enough. You've said your speech. Sit down. Sit down now.
I tell you to sit down. So I've got another one that also is from one of the OGs.
Yep.
Okay.
What have we got here?
So the joke is, if you just bear with me a minute, because we've lost the tech on this one, but this is a joke about archaeology.
It is. I was going to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the joke is, I went to an archaeology party recently where they were only looking for the remains of a lower leg.
Okay.
It was quite a shindig.
Oh man! Oh seriously, is that it? Is that the bottom?
That's
of the
from
barrel?
Natalie.
Is that from
That's
Natalie?
from Natalie. That one, she found that
Natalie. I mean, she even sent in the photo to build it up. Natalie goes to a lot of effort. She doesn't stuff around. She's a big advocate of the Two Dads podcast, and we're very grateful.
And the Shakira joke was
that Natalie's as well?
Yeah,
good on you, Natalie. That's a good one.
Shout out to Natalie.
Shout out
for Justin.
Shout out, guys.
Please remind everyone of our socials.
Absolutely, because we would love to hear from you. Our socials, our Gmail account is Two Dads, which is TOODADS.PC@gmail.com. And then you can also find us on YouTube, Two Dads Podcast, TOODADS Podcast. That's both YouTube and Spotify. And if you're on Anchor, you can find us there on Anchor as well. But that's it. It's as simple as that. We're the guys in the green picture. You can't miss us.
and I'm going to squeeze this in the end. I went to the post office.
You got 50 seconds. Oh wow, what's going on?
People, what is going on? I went to the post office just to pick up something. The line was out the door.
So did they. By the looks of it, no one was home to collect their parcels.
As a dad, it was just a shaking. On that note, say hi to your mums for us.
Adios.
Adios, muchachos.
Next time.